Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 4. Last time we tossed Dustman out with the garbage, and this time we're going after Skullman. Skullman was always one of my absolute favorite Robot Masters of all of them. He's just cool looking. I like his stage. He's got some neat things going on in his stage. I like the music in the stage. I don't know. This was always one of my favorite levels to go to playing this growing up. We have these turrets. They shoot these bouncing balls at a diagonal angle, which bounce off the walls. They're not too hard. Here we have the Joe type enemy for Mega Man 4, the Skeleton Joe. And as you can see, he's not too terribly tough to deal with. The trick to Skeleton Joe is if you attack him with just a regular buster shot, he's just going to fall apart and then reform himself. And he can still damage you even if he's just a pile of bones. Oh, take that one up, thank you. What is this, Mega Man X? Just kidding. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But not too terribly tough. I like that the background has like these robotic dinosaur skeletons, and I like the background with the blue sky and everything. I just really like this stage. And here is our first opportunity to get an E-Tank. There are actually 3 different opportunities to get an E-Tank. So if you're low on E-Tanks, this is a fantastic stage to come into and grind for E-Tanks. Because basically you only have to come in here 3 times before you're at max. I don't need a 1-up, thank you. I would very much like you to drop me an E-Tank, thank you, Eddie. So we move on, and you may want to continue climbing up, but if we jump off the ladder here, we can go into a little side area. Now this is optional, you do not have to come in here. However, we can pick up something pretty neat. And there it is. It's our second E-Tank of the level. You know what? I don't want to waste all those balloons. Let's just use Rush Coil to jump up there. You could have just gone down this area too, but whatever. I'll do what I want. So yeah, a little side area. You can get a large health and an E-Tank here. And coming up, we're gonna have our third E-Tank of the stage. There's 2 out in the open, and 1 you can get if you so desire from Eddie. These little football helmet guys are invincible from oh my gosh, what? Really? Like I said, they're invincible from behind, but they can be taken out pretty easily with 1 Mega Buster shot. I would be careful around here too, because these little green worm things tend to drop down out of nowhere. But I pretty much know where they're gonna drop from. Oh my goodness, really? Why did you not jump there? Well, this is happening, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not used to this. All this for an E-Tank. Since we're going through here again, I might as well mention the reason why when Eddie shows up I go for E-Tanks rather than let's just use balloon to get there. Oh yeah, that was much easier. The reason I go for E-Tanks over extra lives, there's 2 reasons. Basically, since enemies drop extra lives all their own, you can get the maximum number of lives without needing to use Eddie at any point. By the way, what I did just there, I'll show you again. is a little. It's not a glitch per se, but it's a little trick that I learned. If you drop the balloon and jump on it, you have a split second where the game thinks you're standing on it before the balloon gets destroyed and you get dumped down to your death. There's another area which I think the programmers actually realized you could do that, and they programmed a spot later on in the game where you can exploit that and where you're supposed to exploit it that way. Because there's really no other way that I know of to get to that little area. But again, that's not for a while. So I hadn't mentioned it, but if you notice when we came out of the cave and now the sky is red, I really like that effect. It shows that time is passing and now it's kind of getting late. It's almost nighttime, where you would think Skullman is at his strongest. Anyway, he is weak to the Dust Crusher. Okay, well, he just wanted to stand there. At the beginning of the fight, he tends to just stand there. Whoops. He's invincible while the Skull Barrier is in effect. He's also really quick, and he'll shoot you with his pellet gun, which actually does a fair amount of damage. But the Dust Crusher takes him out pretty quickly, as you can see. And he's not too terribly bad. And for getting Skullman defeated, we get his weapon, the Skull Barrier, which, in my opinion, and again, you can debate this if you want, in my opinion, this is the worst shield weapon in any Mega Man game. And possibly could be one of the worst weapons in all of Mega Man. Although there are a couple in Mega Man 5 that I think are probably worse than the Skull Barrier, but honestly, you'll probably never see me use it. Even against his the Robot Master that it's technically strong against, but whatever. I'll probably show it off just to show it off, and we'll talk more about it later. But we'll have to wait till next time. I will see you then.